Oh, greetings, grasshoppers, and welcome to the Bot Signal. So happy to see you today. If you don't know me, my name is RJ Redden, and entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole. Most are a carbon copy of everybody else, and many cannot get engagement on or offline to save their lives. So, I help create marketing that is much more of an epic adventure that helps people click that button. It helps them connect with you, and those things convert like crazy. So, bottom line, I'm on a mission to get 1 million people to change their marketing. Today we'll start with you, I think. And I have a couple of comments here. Hello, Sandy Espinoza. Hello, Teresa. Good to see you. Gosh, today the topic, it's a little bit zoomed out there, but who uses chatbots anyway? What are some examples of how people are using them, and what do you need in order to start? What do you absolutely need? Because, my friends, if you're starting from absolute scratch, if you just have kind of a vague idea for a company, right now is not a great time for chatbots. I'm going to put you off on that mission because you certainly do need a couple of things to start. But let's back up a little bit. Let us talk about who uses chatbots anyway. Are people really using these things? They certainly are. And it kind of doesn't matter how big your company is. You could be a one-person show. You could be Pepsi. You could be CNN. You could be any size in between and be able to use a chatbot. There's a lot of things that they can do nowadays that they couldn't do maybe 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when I got into bots, it seemed like the big companies were using them. But they all had some super special AI hookup that was costing $1 million, and all big companies were having them. Like, I usually would give the examples of CNN was using theirs to send personalized news. There was a travel company, Hipmunk, that was using them as well, and 1-800-Flowers. Those folks were all using chatbots, but they were using a piece of technology that was really pretty unattainable by normal human methods. And what I mean by that was that they have enough money to hook into an AI system so that they can provide kind of a more a bit of a better experience for people. For instance, when people ask questions that are out of the norm and otherwise run the bot aground, they have ways to loop those things back into a conversation so that it's not leaving somebody there just dead hanging, right? So along came ManyChat, of course. A ManyChat is an excellent way to get started. But I will tell you that, for me, I'm moving myself and my clients away from it just because of a couple of things. One, of course, Facebook is making their changes in January. Nobody will be able to broadcast for free anymore. You won't be able to reach back out and touch someone. You'll be able to touch someone. You'll be able to lead someone into a chatbot. But beyond 24 hours, you won't be able to send them messages through the chat. You won't be able to send those reach out messages anymore. Hey, I got something going on. Hey, you want to come see this? Hey, I want to ask you a question. All of those messages, boop, gone. So a lot of people are looking around, of course, for alternatives. Of course, I'm a True Chat partner, and I'm going there because the features are just ridiculous. But how will that affect just a person who's trying to get into bots? trying to get a leg up into this thing. And really, when I say bots, I'm really talking about, of course, chatbots. There are also some other, little forms of automated communication that have popped up that are pretty good as well. So the answer really to who uses chatbots anyway, when ManyChat entered the scene, it was like, whoa, people were like, hey, I could use this for my business. It costs $10 a month. How do I make this happen? And that was a good way to go for a really long time, because it the system gets you a little bit familiar with bot building. But as I said, the usefulness of that is reducing itself quite a bit come January. You can, as I said, you can have a wonderful opening sequence in there. But as for getting back a hold of people, they'll be charging you 3 cents per text. Or I think it's 0.003 cents per email. Now, a friend of mine and I, Stephen Healy and I, were just talking about this morning. We were like, ManyChat is promoting email communications. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, really? After of course, what we all know, that email is a monster that basically takes a million hits to die. Email is something, people aren't judging you by your emails, they're judging you by everybody else's emails they've ever read for the last 20 years. And skipping over it, quite frankly, if there's not a catchy subject line, or if they're not interested in you as a company, boom, they're skipping over that thing. I know, because that's the way I read my inbox. So, but all of a sudden, ManyChat's going that way. We just thought it was super funny. Anyway, back to the point. Who uses these things? ManyChat opened the floodgates for a lot of smaller businesses to use these things, a lot of one-person shops, a lot of entrepreneurs who are ready for a different kind of communication. So a lot more little people, the little people. I'm a little person, everybody. But a lot more people are using it these days. And what that creates, of course, is competition in the marketplace. So, boy, for a while there was a chat bot popping up, chatbot platform popping up every other day. And I, of course, am checking all of them out, because, always competition is good in a marketplace. It keeps people honest. It keeps people from, it keeps the market from monopolization, which, you didn't come here to talk about markets and things like that, probably. But, when you have competition, it makes people work harder. And work harder to keep your business. If you have one company that's just taken over everything, then there's no reason for anybody to work harder for your business. So a lot of these other companies popping up and doing certain things. So it's made the marketplace a little bit more competitive. Still, most people, grand majority, they hear about ManyChat first, which is fine. But a lot more people are using this. Now it doesn't matter what size your business is, because you can be using these bots to great effect as a one-person business, as a single human. You can be using these bots magnificently to introduce people to who you are and what you do. Drop that freebie. Give them a few qualifying questions. Take in that information that you'll need to recontact them. There's so many things that you can do just within one little run of a bot. And then if you have the right bot system, you can open yourself up to so many more types of interactions. I'm going to be putting my courses on a bot. I absolutely am, because it is going to be much more of an on-demand driven interface, rather than a learn this, now learn this, now learn this. People are tired of that. People are tired of hunting through a huge platter of hors d'oeuvres to find just the one that is gluten-free, nut-free, and has a perfect vegetable on the top. You know what I'm saying? You've hunted for things on websites before. We get about 7 to 10 seconds in and we're like, I can't find it. Maybe they don't have it. I'll go look at this other one. What chatbots do and what they'll do for my courses as well, and other people's courses too, I'm not just doing my own, I'm loading clients up there as well, is that people will be able to pick the spot that they want to go in the course. They'll be able to write, how do I blah, 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 and get a 3-minute video right there, qualifying them into, okay, of course, this is the section you need to go to right now. This is the future of courses, because we are an on-demand people. We're an on-demand society. So everybody from a single entrepreneur to Pepsi to CNN are going to be using chatbots. Here's the reason why, and I just covered it with you just now. We've become an on-demand society. We have become a society that is used to saying, instead of, oh, I'll look at this pretty webpage with all of the different things that somebody offers, we've become I'm on the internet, give me what I want. Just give me what I need. The trick is for marketers to figure out, how do we get that in front of people? How do we get that single hors d'oeuvre, nut-free, gluten-free, allergy-free, with a perfect vegetable on top? How do we get it so that when folks snap their fingers, we can serve that right away? That is a bot. That is a bot, my friends. That is using artificial intelligence to your advantage. That is using the typical ways that people ask for information to your advantage. How do you know those typical ways that people ask for information? You have it in your bot right now, whether you're on ManyChat, whether you're on TrueChat, like I am, whether you're on any other different platform, whether you're not on a bot at all. You still have these questions that people are asking you all the time. You can now start to serve that information up immediately. They don't have to look through, they don't have to go through 57 things to get the thing that they are looking for. I'll tell you, I used to be a person that really studied user experience very much when I was in corporate slavery. And that was the thing. It was, how do you get them what they need so that they know that you're going to be valuable to them? How do you do that? You use artificial intelligence. You collect those questions, right, that people are asking. Whether they're in your current bot, whether they're in your emails, whether they're in, phone conversations, whatever, gather those things and then start to develop the repertoire of answers to those questions that people can access and go, boom, that was immediate and it was valuable to me. Because then you can start to make a difference with that bot. You'll start to make a difference on your return on investment. Let me catch up on the comments. I ain't using email to reach people. That's the point of a bot. I know. Lori, hello, my darling. Staying on to my appointment calls. And Ed is here as well. Hello, Ed. Good to see you. All right, my friends. Let's go back. So now that we know every size of company can use these chatbots, everybody can use these chatbots. I mean, there's no business out there that I know of that does not have to educate people on what you do. Everyone has to educate people on what they do. Otherwise, websites would be blank with a nice picture and a buy now button. Everybody has to talk to people about what they do. That is what I use those bots for. That is where we introduce ourselves. That is where we get used to giving people value on demand. And now that we know that everybody can use these things, it doesn't matter what size your company is, it doesn't matter what the income is, it doesn't matter any of these things. You can use a chatbot to educate people in a way that makes you look like a rock star. Now, what do you need to start working on a bot? Because there are a couple of real crucial elements that you need to start working on a bot. Yeah, there's the software. Yeah, there's all this other stuff. We're not talking about any of that. we're going to talk about two of the things you absolutely need to get started. And that's what this is really about. So, number one, boop. Need to know who you're looking for. Need to know who you're looking for. I did an interview a couple days ago with my friends Barry and Kat Cohen of Cohen Coaching. They are people who help you discern that information. It's very, very important to look at who you are targeting. Who are your people out there? Getting a profile of that, getting that to start resonating with what, who are the people that resonate most with what you're doing? We're not talking about, I had this great conversation. It was on the marketing cruise last year with this guy who's been doing marketing for like 30 years. He wears a pirate hat to the marketing cruise. So I didn't feel bad wearing goggles and a cape. Anyway, this guy was an amazing guy. I'll see him again next year, I'm certain. And he said that most people, when they're looking at their target market, they're identifying demographics. They're saying this person between age, this and this, who makes this type of an income, who has this type of a job, who has, basically they're going down a list and going and honing in on who are their people. That's a fine practice. However, there's a little bit more to that. And this guy, he just sat down and talked to me for nothing, for having fun, and he's talking to me and he says, the real question is, what made them choose that job? What made them want to choose that neighborhood to live in? Or did they not have a choice about it? And what was behind that? Every single demographic question, except for your age, you don't have any control over that. You have control over every single other thing on that demographic profile. Why did they live where they live? Why did they choose that occupation? Why are they making, whatever they're making? When you're targeting people, don't just look at the obvious. Don't just look at the obvious. Oh, I'm looking for nurses who are between 35 and 55 who want to do this. Yeah, that's fine. But those aren't the things that are going to make people resonate with you. What are the things that make people resonate with you? Who are those people? That's the question that you want to answer. If you can answer that question, bing, 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 you are ready to go on to step 2 of the 2 qualifications that I have for people to jump into bots. So let's do this right now. The second question is this. What's your message? What is it? Now, every business in the world, we educate people on stuff. We educate people on a better way to do things. Teresa is a better way to educate children. Ed is a better way to connect with people about, the real estate business. There are so many things that people are teaching about 24 hours a day on the internet. You know it. But do you have a concise and clear message that will hook somebody in 17.5 seconds, as my friend Jane Powers? Do you have a message that resonates with your people? What is it? It has to be clear and concise. It has to be that introductory period. It has to be that hook that drags people in to see you, to go, I need to find out more about this human or this company. That's what you're looking for out there. What is your message? Do you have something clear and concise that tells people who you are, what you do, what your mission is in the world? Of course, if you don't, go see Jane. Hook up with me. I'll get you the contact information. Seriously, you need to hook up with my friend. But if there's a different way you work on it, you're welcome to do that too. But that clear and concise, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. No apologies, no softening that up, no backtracking. If you have that, and if you know who you're looking for, I'll teach you the rest. It's fine. I'll teach you the rest. You can use a bot. Everyone can use a bot. Everyone could use something that gives you greater engagement. Everybody can use something that resonates with people, that keeps them engaged and entertained and wanting to click that next button. You see, we've all mastered, most of us, many of us have mastered the trick of let's put out lots of content on the internet. Baby, we all know how to do this. That's totally fine. And we're all very good at it because YouTube and StreamYard and all of these and Anchor and podcasting, they've made it simple for us to put lots of content on the internet. But if you can't get them to click the button, it's a tree falling in a forest with no one around to hear it. It doesn't make a sound. It doesn't make a sound. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I want for everybody. I want for their tree in the forest to make a sound. Because here it is. In order to make connections as entrepreneurs, connections are the heartbeat of our business. If we stop having that heartbeat, if there is too long a distance between the connection I'm making right now and the next connection I want to make, then my business might die. And before that, my business might go into an incredible, crazy, desperate period of how can I get this next heartbeat? And that's never good. That's never good. So that's for me, everybody can use a bot. It doesn't matter what the size of the company. It doesn't matter what your income is right this moment. You can use a bot to draw people in, to get people interested in what you're doing, to, give them that virtual hug if that's what you want to do. Maybe it's just a virtual high five. We've got those too. That's totally fine. What really matters is not size of company. What really matters is not income. What really matters is, do you know exactly who it is you're looking for? And do you know what your message is? Is it clear and concise? Does it have a hook to draw people in and want to know more about you? Those are the things that matter, my friends. Just wanted to pop on and tell you that real quick on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Actually, it's raining here in Omaha. Anyway, also, I wanted to touch a little base with the community. I'm getting some feedback on a question, and the question is: we've got a little community over there on Facebook. Would anybody be interested in joining if I moved off Facebook? Reason being, I'm a rebel. I want to have more control over what is said, what is seen. As you know, Facebook has its way of trying to predict what people want to see, also known as an algorithm. I respect it, but I don't necessarily, I want to curate and create that space. I don't want to rent someone else's space. I want to own my own. That's really the simple reason. But I know that a lot of people like that convenience. They like that, they're on Facebook anyway. A lot of people like that convenience, and I don't want to turn my community into a ghost town either. So, my darlings, what is it that you think? If you have a thought on this, if you are considering the same thing, I know a lot of people have had some trouble with the Book of Faceness generally, with just pages and with groups and with all kinds of things lately. Is it time to consider a move? I'm going to get to the comments right now because that seems to be where the point of it. Oh, raining and cold where Teresa is too. Teresa's considering moving as well. Yeah. What could be, I've been looking at a couple of places that might be appropriate. One of them is kind of a cool place, but it looks a little 1990s forum-esque. That ain't my style, baby. I want to put something cool out there. And another one looks really good, but it does take that monthly investment. And so, I'm considering a whole bunch of things. So if you have an opinion on that, you just pop it down or contact me privately. We can chat about it. That's just a question I want to put out there for the community. I want to have a vibrant community. I want to create something where people want to be, and they don't care if they have to, click a link that's not necessarily on Facebook. That's what I want. I'm looking at one, but not sure I can do video of it. Hey, Teresa, if you're looking at Tribe, the answer is yeah. The answer is, well, here's what I'm looking at doing. If I do use Tribe, I can take my, because I multi-stream with StreamYard, another product I recommend highly. I multi-stream with them. And one of the multi-stream places, as you know, is YouTube. So you can, with the multi-streaming feature, you can set a show into the future and then put that link into your group, and you'll be live streaming into your group. So I hope that helps, because I was having that question too. In fact, it was the thing that made me go, yep, time to buy. For those of you who don't know, Tribe right now is on AppSumo, and it's on there for the lifetime price. I like lifetime pricing, people. You know what I'm saying? I like to get those monthly costs down a little bit. So that's my thing with that. Probably could have tried that today, but I just didn't think about it. Anyway, bots are the future, everyone. Bots are the future because they don't have to be on anyone's platform but your own. They can be an incredibly engaging experience that once people get a hit of that, they want more. They want more. They want more of you. And if they want to spend time with you, there's probably a couple of products that you have. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of opportunity out there in bots. I know that a lot of people are like, are bots going to survive the Facebook? Yeah, because bots are so much more than just Facebook. There's so much more. If you want to spread out into other lands, if you want to be of utmost service, I think we're going to have to to do a show with that here in the future, because gosh, the kind of customer service you can provide without having to be right there doing it is amazing, and will make your customers think twice about going somewhere else. I know that I have had, this product shall remain unnamed. But I was on a product for a very, very long time. It was a good product, but their customer service just really is questionable, and that is still my complaint with ManyChat. And I ended up switching to a whole new product and being a whole heck of a lot happier, because I know that if there's a problem, the team has me, and it's okay. It will be fixed. It will not be blamed upon someone else. It will not be gotten back to in 3 weeks. The problem's going to be solved. And so anyway, providing customer service and providing really good customer service is an incredibly great function of bots, and we're totally going to cover that in the coming weeks. Also want to talk to you about tomorrow. I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do a show tomorrow, 4:00 Central Time. It is going to be featuring my friend Jonathan Bengal of JB Financial. Finances are a thing. They are a thing that needs to be managed, and in my case, by someone else. He's my guy, and I want to introduce him to everyone that I know, because the work that he does is amazing. He is a guy that teaches about what he does. He does the taxes and other types of things. I want my audience to hear from him, particularly because he is so good and can get you and he can teach you things in a way that doesn't make you feel dumb. I'm there with technology. I'll do that all day with technology. But when I get a pen out or a spreadsheet, or I start thinking about taxes, I start to get anxiety because everything so far in that field has made me feel dumb, except for this guy. So come on back tomorrow, 4 o'clock Central. We'll be talking to Jonathan about small businesses and taxes and things that you can do to manage, giving money to the government. And it's going to be a real fun show because this guy is super cool and you're just going to love him. I don't know about numbers either. I know. I just don't do them. I get to hand that to someone else now, which is really good. But anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. Hope that you have a really, really great day. And that's it, my friends, for today. I will see you in a bot.